Good morning. What's up, group? How you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? So, as I was in meditation, right? Hold on. Put this stuff on. Gotta put my protection stuff on for this energy craziness. But as I was in meditation, I kept hearing two things. I kept hearing, keep going, keep going, keep going. I kept hearing that somebody's thinking about stopping, that needs to keep going. That somebody is thinking about turning around, that needs to keep going. That somebody is thinking about giving up, that needs to keep going. Okay. Then the other thing I heard was this song. I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside. I don't know if y'all went to church. Whoever you went to church, you'll know that song. I'm gonna post it in the group later. But just talking about people that want to turn around and don't want to keep going because things don't look the way they think it's supposed to look. Things don't feel the way they think it's supposed to feel. And I just kept hearing guys say in meditation, tell them to keep going, keep going, keep going, because you don't necessarily know what's on the other side. You don't know what's on the other side. And most of the time when you can't see what's on the side, that's because your breakthrough is on the other side. You know, there are a lot of times when God will have something right in front of your face to see how bad do you want it. So sometimes it's not, I can't see it, or God don't want me to have it, or this and that. Sometimes it's, how bad do I really want it? And, you know, am I really ready for it? You know, sometimes the struggles that we go through in life really are trying to help us understand, are we really ready for the things that we're asking for, that we're calling for in our life? So that's why you never really can, you know, you thank God and you be grateful for the things that, you know, are to come, the things that are happening, the things that God is, you know, is working on behind the scenes. But it's just as important that in the midst of your chaos, in the midst of your confusion, that you pray to be changed, transformed, and strengthened in that moment so that you can do what needs to be done for yourself, for your life, for where you are. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we think that our past and our future are battling each other. I don't want to be the same way in the future. I don't want to, you know, I want to change things in my future that I used to do in my past. But you don't understand, it's really your past and your present that are battling, not your future. Because whatever you do in this present moment will either repeat the past or create a new future. It's either going to repeat it or it's going to create something new. Like literally. So just when I was in meditation, I just kept hearing God say, do something, keep going, do something, you know, because there are times when we just feel like everything is on our shoulders. We just feel like we just don't know. We just don't know. We don't know if we can, you know, we don't know if we're coming or going. We just don't know. And you can't, in those times, you can't hold yourself back. You can't keep yourself stagnant. You can't keep yourself confused. You know, to stay still, meaning to not move forward, takes a lot of work. Because why? You have to hold on. You have to hold on. You have to hold on. A lot of times people want to hold on to stuff until they can figure out or identify what their next move is. And sometimes you just got to keep moving. You just have to move. You just have to move, dance, praise. You just have to do something to get you out of your funk, you know? And a lot of times you have to do something that's outside of your comfort zone, you know? A lot of times you'll find yourself in this funk. You'll find yourself feeling what you're feeling, and it's because you're doing stuff that's keeping you inside of your comfort zone. You have to step outside of that. Like, we have to really understand what our truth, what our power, but also unconditional love is. Agape love. Like, we have to really understand how to go beyond this world, this conditional, limited world, and get into that space of unconditional agape love. To the point that we don't see our circumstances. We actually move beyond our perception. And we accept reality for what reality is, something that we can't change, something that we can't shift. If you ain't feeling it, you can shift it. That's the gift. If you don't like it, you can shift it. That's the gift. If you don't understand it, you can still shift it. That's the gift. But you have to find that feeling. You have to get out of your funk and you have to find that feeling. You may not be able to understand it at this moment. Like, I just don't understand how I'm going to do this, but you got to do some internal work to really find that feeling of peace, find that feeling of happiness, find that feeling of just something different. You have to find that feeling. And in order to find that feeling, you sometimes, again, have to step outside of your comfort zone. You have to step outside of you. You got to now start using the advice that you give everybody else. You got to start using that on yourself. This is when you now need to grab a mirror and you need to look in that mirror and you need to say, you know what? You are good enough. You know what? I love you. You know what? You don't deserve that. You got to start using your own stuff on yourself. Because a lot of us, we love to run around and talk and do all of these things and just act like we so up here, but we really feel down here. We really feel really low. And your smile can throw a lot of people off. But it can't throw you off. It can't throw God off. It can't. So a lot of times we talk about law of attraction, change your thinking, change your mind. We talk about thoughts and the power of thoughts, but a lot of us don't understand the feeling. Your feeling is what activates vibration. It's what either repels it or what causes it. Literally. How you feel in your belief system, if you have not fully stepped into your knowing, which is your well, we'll talk about that in class. But your feeling is what creates your reality. Your feeling is what will make you or break you. And again, there are going to be times when you're moving, when you're running, when you are walking, when you are living your life, when you're not going to feel like living anymore. You're not going to feel like doing what you are doing anymore. You're not going to feel it. You're going to start having these thoughts. So your thoughts, your mind, your heart, soul, spirit, they're not in alignment. So now what do I have to do? Well, I can't continue to do what I was doing because that's not going to help me. So now I have to step outside of my comfort zone. I have to step outside so I can do what needs to be done. So I can really begin to shift my reality. So I can go beyond myself. Because if you sit in the same BS, the same garbage, the same stuff, if you go so deep within your garbage and your mess, you can't even see. A lot of us are digging holes for ourselves and don't even realize we're digging holes for ourselves, thinking we're saving ourselves. We're thinking we're getting out of stuff, but we're really just going deeper and deeper and deeper. And that's what happens when you just allow yourself to sit in thoughts of anger, of frustration, of confusion. That's what happens. And a lot of times, if you want to ask yourself, how do I know if I'm doing that? Think about your life. Like, think about last year, what you was telling yourself you was going to do. Did you do it? Think about the year before that, what you told yourself you was going to do. Did you do it? Think about the year before that, what you told yourself you was going to do. Did you do it? That's how you know. But, so, just in my meditation, I just kept thinking, like, tell them keep going. I just kept hearing. Tell them keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Make a plan. Even in the midst of not knowing, even in the midst of not understanding. Like, spirit knows spirit. You have to be real with you at the end of the day. It don't matter about nobody else. I mean, other people do matter. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, you have to be honest with you. If you don't be honest with nobody else, be honest with you and be honest with God. Because that's what's going to lead you and take you to your next level. But that's what's also going to lead you to your breakthrough. Remember, your breakdown is your breakthrough. There's a process of fully living. There's a system. There's a technique. There's so many different tools that we can utilize to get us to our next level. But the first thing when it comes to anything, as far as living your life right, is you have to learn you. You have to be able to answer that with the one question: who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? All right. I'm looking at the comments now, y'all. Y'all know I try not to look at the comments because, you know, I get distracted easily. Distracted. Hey, everybody. Say, hey. Yo, what's up, Lloyd? I see you. What's up, Lloyd? Kiki, everything you're saying is so true, but trying to change the frequency when you're in the funk is the hardest thing ever. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be hard because you know you're conditioned to sit in it. You're conditioned to feel it. You know, you're conditioned to beat up on yourself. You're conditioned to hold on to guilt, to anger, to frustration. You know, so if you're conditioned for that, then you have to recondition yourself. You have to change yourself. That's the goal and that's the trick. And that's where personal development, that's why you're in the inner circle now. That's why you joined the inner circle. You know what I'm saying? That's like my job. That's what I do. But that's what other coaches, other people do too. You have to change your mindset. Okay? Because see, your mindset is your front door. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Your mindset is your front door. What you let into your house, your temple, your body is gonna be or come through your mindset. It's either gonna come in or it's gonna get out. It's gonna come in, it's gonna get out. You're either going to accept it or you're not. So changing that, it is about changing you, and it takes time. You know, I always say, you have 40 years of stuff, or people have 40 years of stuff. You're not going to change 40 years of stuff overnight. You know, if you want to and say, oh, I'm going to go to church, I'm going to get saved, and I'm just renewed. Nah, you're going to have struggles. You're going to have challenges. We all do. But it's up to you to keep going or not. It's up to you to keep doing what you need to do or not. You know, it's the process of going deep and deep. And seeing another thing too, Spirit saying, another thing too, where people get stuck is some people start over analyzing their life versus accepting their life for what it is and just doing what needs to be done. Sometimes we overanalyze so much that we sit in the house and we miss the bus. We miss the thing that's supposed to take us from one place to the next place. We miss it. So we just sit, we overanalyze, we think about all the things we could be doing, how we're going to get here, how we're going to do that, but not realizing it's a bus that's stopping right in front of our house that's going to take us to the next place, to the next stage of our experience. So sometimes it's overanalyzing and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and not enough trusting. Not enough trusting, not enough just standing in your process, standing in your truth and saying, you know what, I surrender. Some of us need to be surrendering to the process. Because if your controlling the process has not worked, then you have to learn how to surrender to the process. A lot of us don't know how to let other people help us. A lot of us, we know how to give, but we don't know how to receive. You know, because we like to keep things under what? Control. We like to keep it under control. We want to keep it under control. Why do we want to keep it under control? We want to keep it under control because I just want to, you know? I don't want nobody to be able to say this about me. I know what I did. I know what I didn't do, you know? It's most of the time that's a feeling, an emotion or a feeling of inadequacy. It's a belief of being inadequate. You know, so a lot of times we want to do, and want to overcompensate, or we want to be perfectionists because we want to prove that we are enough. So it goes back. So again, it's about peeling back those layers, Kiki. It's about peeling back those layers. Like, it's sometimes even when we are in a funk and we're there, sometimes we're trying to control that funk, and sometimes you have to let it pass. Sometimes you have to just let it do what it does so that you can move on, so that you can experience it. But you also, too, there are times when people have to understand, why are they there? And most of the time when a person is there and a person stays there, it's because they either want to be there. Because I know most of the time, like for me, that's why I try to even stay mad. I really don't stay mad long. I'll get mad and I'll be like, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. When I cut it off, the switch off, it's cut. But I'll get mad. But then after a while, after I say what I need to say, it's gone. You know, but there are times when I'll be mad and I'll be like, just stay mad, just stay mad. But that takes too much damn energy to stay mad. You got to hold on and just hold on. You just holding on. You can feel it. You know, just think about walking in a room and seeing somebody you don't like. And you make yourself not speak to them. You make yourself not see them. That takes too much energy. Too much. So a lot of times that's what we do to ourselves. We're making ourselves feel this. We're making ourselves, they treated me wrong. Make yourself be angry. They did this. Make yourself angry. Hold on. Hold on. Don't let them win. It's like a tug and war between your ego and your spirit. Like a tug of war. You know, at the end of the day, life goes on. So whether you holding on to it or not, your life still gonna go on. Whether you do something or not, your life is still going to go on. Whether you give up or not, your life is still going to go on. Whether you continue to do what you need to do, your life is still going to go on. Still going to go on. This is what it is. That's how life works. Life does not stop for anyone. What is that saying? One monkey does not stop no show. One monkey does not stop a show. It gets to the point, honestly, you either are or you're not. You know? There are countless things that I've wanted to stop. Countless things that I've wanted to stop. And I'm so grateful that I didn't. And you know, and I'm realizing, because there was a point in time when I thought you only really needed yourself. You didn't need anyone else. But of course, the older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing you need other people. You know what I'm saying? You need to have good friends or good individuals that surround you. You need to have a good family support system. You need to first be able to support yourself. But I'm realizing the older I get, the importance of it. Because there was things that I didn't want to do. There was things I wanted to stop that probably would not have done me any justice. And I had people that was rooting for me. People that was behind the scenes like, yo, John, you got to keep going. And I mean, in the midst of it, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this no more. And in my mind is already made up. I don't want this anymore. I don't want this life anymore. I don't want this experience anymore. I'd rather pick and go somewhere else and do something that is not even in alignment with my purpose or my destiny. And most of the time, why? It's because we're scared. It's because of our insecurities. For me, anyway, I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I'm worthy enough. Can I do that? I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to finish my PhD and become a clinical health psychologist because then I can hide behind that degree. Even though I already got 2, 3 other degrees. And every time I got a degree, I remember telling myself, yo, when you get your bachelor's, right, you're going to do this. Once you get this, it ain't help. It ain't help. So a lot of times in the midst of not wanting to move forward, you will find yourself trying to connect or trying to do something that's opposite from what you know you need to be doing because you want to hide. Don't hide. Don't hide. It's okay to feel however you feel at that moment. Give yourself that opportunity. I'm not telling yourself to deny anything. But I keep hearing Spirit say, now, don't hide. Don't hide. We all have purpose. We all have a destiny. We all have a mission in life. And see, that's another thing I don't think a lot of people understand. Your purpose, your destiny, and mission in life, they're different. They're not all the same. Okay? And we'll talk about that. I know I keep saying we'll talk about it because I really be thinking I'm going to come on here with a 5-minute message and I'm going to get off. And then it turns into so much more. So much more. So much more. Let's put it like this. Destiny is your soul has a destiny. Your spirit has a purpose. in your life, there's a mission that you have come into life to accomplish while you're in this plane, while you're on this plane of existence. And the thing of what will allow you to know if you're on track or if you're doing what needs to be done, most of the time it's going to be deja vu. We had them deja vu moments. Most of the time it's like, oh man, I'm doing what I need to do. Or it can be the opposite. It can also be an awareness of something that you need to do that you've already experienced through precognition or premonitions, meaning clairvoyance and being able to see into the future. Understanding that there's no such thing as time in the spirit realm, in the spiritual realm. There's no such thing as time. Time is man-made. So, again, a whole nother topic, but my main thing of what I want to say is don't stop, don't quit, don't give up on you. There are going to always be people around you that will give up on you, but there are just as many people that are going to continue to support you. Don't give up on you. Because you may be ready to give up on a Monday, but your breakthrough and your winning season is on a Tuesday. That's what you need to know. All right. All right. Bam. Normally I just hang up and I'll just get off after I'm finished talking. So I'm going to leave it open. If anybody got any questions, do y'all understand me? Can y'all feel me? Did y'all follow me? Like, I want to know. I want to feel your energy. Normally I don't come on here, of course, this early. It's 7:27 a.m. I'm just waking up, really. But I just felt led to. So I came on here. I came on here. Let me start singing. But I do need to do, I'm telling you, I'm going to do another talk one day about, we'll talk about it. I just love life. I just want y'all to know that. I love life so much. Life is so fun. Like, life is literally what you make it. I could think about days and times where I have been depressed, where I have been down, and I really didn't have no reason to be down or depressed. That was the crazy thing. But for me, I've realized and come to understand depression is nothing but repression. Like, is when you keep yourself back from doing what you need to do for so many times. You know what I'm saying? You keep yourself stuck. You keep yourself stagnant. You keep yourself just, we allow ourselves at times to feel inadequate. And, a lot of times I realize we just get mad at ourselves for not trying something new, not doing something new. Not just trying something. We get mad at ourselves for running around and around and around in circles, for being like Moses and running around and going around and around in the wilderness. Like, the thing is that it's up to you. Like, we have to make a choice, and you have to get help. And this is my thing. If you can't do it, get help. If you've been trying to do it for so long, you've been trying to lose weight, you've been trying to eat right, you've been trying to develop yourself spiritually, you've been trying to get your life right. If you can't do it, get some help. It's that simple. Get somebody to assist you. Get some people to assist you. Go to a group. Stop complaining and do what needs to be done to get the help you need. If you full of shit and you don't want to be full of shit no more, get you a full of shit releasement coach. It's like that simple. You know what I'm saying? Get you somebody that can help you to be better. It's okay to get help. I think sometimes a lot of us, we're so afraid of getting help because we're afraid of somebody else taking credit for what we're doing. But what about, that's why you're so confused now. And you're trying to take credit for what you're not doing. And you getting so mad at yourself. You're taking too much credit. So now it's better to partner. And see, there are two things in life. Like, you always got to sacrifice as you grow, and that's time and that's money. That's what people don't understand and what you have to get. Time and money, you always going to have to sacrifice that moving forward. Why? Because that's unfortunately what people value in this reality more than anything else, more than growth. What people value is time and money. If you want somebody's attention, if you want whatever, you got to give them time, you got to give them money. It's called investment. You have to invest in yourself to grow yourself, too many times we take things for granted. We take things for granted. And it's easy for people to say, no, if you tell me something, I'm going to listen to it. Yeah, but you're going to continue to listen to it over and over while you're gathering information until you actually invest to anchor what was said into the ground so you can transform your life. I was about to add change and transform together. Change form together. But it's so much more. It's so much more. Like, it's so much more. You know, and there's so many people that's like, but I don't have it to do. I can't do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Get help. Get help. Again, it's you that will run around and around and around and around. You know what I used to do all the time, especially whenever I would say if it was something I wanted, right? What I would end up doing is I would write it down. I would get a notebook and I would start writing out. Like, okay, say if I wanted something, it would cost me like, I don't know, $500 a month, right? I would start writing out what I was getting weekly. Man, you know, there was a point in time where I was wasting $500 plus weekly. I literally had went to my accountant one time and he was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, I was almost spending $100 a day on food. Like, no, I was spending $80 to $100 a day on food. And that probably was 7 days a week because I was always going out. I only like eating certain places. You know, anyway, I'm changing my ways, especially getting older. I'm about to be 30, you know, in September, you know, but I really had to change my ways. I had to change my ways of looking at things. And again, the only way I could change my ways was through the sacrifice. Sacrificing my mind, sacrificing myself enough to allow myself to receive and see something new. Because sometimes you can't see that next level until you have broke through your previous level. You can't even see your next level until you have broken through your previous level. Like, that's the thing. You have to break through what was so you can see what's new. And even when you're seeing what's new, it's still like your beginning. Still like you just started. You still like a baby. Because as soon as you get from level 1 to level 10 and you about to go to the next level 1, you are a baby and you are starting over. If you was a hairstylist for 25 years, but now you want to be a postman, you starting over. I mean, I don't know who would want to go from being a hairstylist to a postman. If somebody is trying to go from being a hairstylist to a postman and you in this group, then y'all need to contact me because you need to figure out what you gonna do next. Nah, ain't nothing wrong with that shoot. I guess it's good benefits. I need some good medical insurance. Who wanna hire me? But it's just, yeah, man. Ugh. Whew. You know, you just start feeling the spirits. They just keep wanting to go. La 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 la. So anyway, hey Lauren, what's up? Yeah, man. It is just, you just love the Lord. I just love the Lord. I just love the Lord. The Lord is just so amazing. So thank all of you guys for being part of this group. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for assisting me. Thank you for supporting me. Of course, you know, I love to come on here when I'm just like inspired. Y'all know we had the classes coming up, which classes are really good. They're really introduction classes, but they're definitely good as far as helping you get tools and helping you really fine tune and begin the process of getting in alignment with those energies that walk with you. That's what the first class is. The wealth consciousness class is really good because it helps you understand what wealth is. It helps you understand how to create more opportunities for wealth into your life. You know, where we want to move beyond the material and we want to really understand energy as money as energy. We want to understand money as God in action. You know, we want to really understand that money is not, you know, the root of all evil. They said the love of money is the root of all evil. But, you know, even when you go deeper into that, it speaks more about the love of money means that you lose sight of God. You know, and the Bible it also says you can't worship two masters. And then two masters aspect is you can't look down, you got to look up. I even challenge that. I say you can't even look down or up. You got to go within. You got to listen to know what's right and what's wrong. You have to take time to go off into the wilderness. So many things. So we have meditation classes coming up. We have development classes, mediumship. We have there's a whole bunch of stuff coming up. So I'm gonna try to do 2 special classes a month. So that's going to be my goal. Each class will come with some gifts. So let's put it like that. I ain't going to say what is going to come with yet because I need to make sure y'all have them. So each class is going to come with some gifts. Yeah. So I think that's it. So if you want to sign up, you definitely let me know. There's definitely more people, so I need to know who's interested and who's going to do it, because I know a lot of people have been saying that they want to sign up like the day before. They're going to pay the day before. So I need to know. So if I need to, increase it by a little bit, I don't want to make the class too big because I want to kind of be able to give personal attention to each, person in the class. So, but yeah. Anyways, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I will talk to you soon. If you can, post something in the group that you've learned from this live. Post something you like, post something you didn't like, whatever. Let's talk. All right. Thank you.